The engine mount is a vital part of your vehicle. It secures the engine to the vehicle's frame and also dampens noise and vibrations. Over time, engine mounts wear out. This can lead to excessive vibrations and noise. In some cases, a broken mount can cause serious damage. This guide provides a step-by-step approach on how to replace an engine mount. Worn engine mounts can cause a range of problems. You might experience excessive vibrations felt through the vehicle's body. Clunking or banging noises during acceleration or braking are also common signs. The engine might visibly move excessively. Ignoring these signs can lead to further damage. Replacing a worn engine mount will restore smooth and safe operation. Before you begin, gather the necessary tools and parts. You will need a car jack, jack stands, and wheel chocks. A socket set, wrenches, and a torque wrench are also essential. Make sure you have the correct engine mount for your vehicle make and model. Using the correct parts ensures compatibility and proper fit. First things first, safety. Safety is paramount when working on any vehicle. Always wear protective gear, including gloves and safety glasses, to protect yourself from potential hazards. Make sure you have a clean and organized workspace to avoid any accidents. Park your vehicle on a level surface and make sure to engage the parking brake. This is crucial to prevent any unintended movement. Don't forget to chock the rear wheels to prevent any movement. Chocking the wheels adds an extra layer of security, ensuring the vehicle remains stationary throughout the process. Now, depending on your vehicle, you might need to remove some components to access the engine mount. This could include engine covers, air intake components, or other parts. Always refer to your vehicle's service manual for specific instructions. The manual will provide detailed diagrams and steps tailored to your vehicle model, making the process smoother and more efficient. Next up, support the engine. Use a hydraulic jack and place a block of wood on the jack saddle to prevent damage to the oil pan. Raise the engine just enough to relieve pressure on the mount. It's important not to lift the engine too high, as this could cause damage to other components. Just enough to take the weight off the mount is perfect. Now it's time to remove the old mount. Locate and remove the bolts securing the engine mount to the engine and the vehicle frame. These bolts can be very tight, so you might need a breaker bar. A breaker bar provides extra leverage, making it easier to loosen stubborn bolts. Be patient and apply steady pressure to avoid stripping the bolt heads. Once the bolts are removed, carefully lower the jack to remove the old mount. Take your time to ensure the engine is properly supported and doesn't shift unexpectedly. Removing the old mount might require a bit of wiggling, so be gentle but firm. Ready for the new mount? Align the new engine mount with the mounting holes on the engine and frame. Start by installing the bolts by hand to ensure proper alignment. Hand threading the bolts helps prevent cross-threading, which can damage the threads and make future maintenance difficult. Tighten the bolts gradually, following a crisscross pattern to ensure even pressure. This method helps distribute the load evenly across the mount, reducing the risk of warping or misalignment. Take your time and tighten each bolt a little at a time. Use a torque wrench to tighten the bolts to the manufacturer's specifications. This step is crucial for ensuring the bolts are neither too loose nor too tight. Over-tightening can strip the threads, while under-tightening can lead to a loose mount, causing vibrations and potential damage. Finally, carefully lower the engine jack, ensuring the new mount settles correctly into place. Watch closely as the engine lowers to ensure the mount aligns properly and doesn't shift out of position. A properly seated mount will provide optimal support and reduce engine vibrations. For the final checks, double-check that all bolts are tightened to the correct torque, and reinstall any components that were removed to access the mount. Reinstalling these components correctly is just as important as the mount itself, as they ensure the engine operates smoothly and efficiently. Take a moment to inspect your work area and ensure all tools are accounted for and no parts are left loose. Working on your vehicle can be dangerous. Always prioritize safety by wearing safety glasses and gloves. Never work under a vehicle solely supported by a jack. Always use jack stands for safety. Remember, engine mounts are heavy, so take precautions when lifting. If you're unsure about any step, don't hesitate to consult a professional mechanic. While replacing an engine mount is achievable for many DIY enthusiasts, it's perfectly okay to seek professional help. If you encounter difficulties or are uncomfortable with any step, don't hesitate to consult a qualified mechanic. They have the expertise and equipment to ensure a safe and proper repair.